Hello, nerds! Thank you for joining me here on Nerd News Clips. This is the second channel. This is the place for all of the short-form content as well as the individual sections and just generally speaking smaller things. If you are into the longer form content, youtube.com/generallynerdy is the place to go see that. With that out of the way, let's get into this. Let's talk TV streaming. In TV streaming, we have follow-ups. And a few of them. We actually have a few of everything, so let's just get right into this. First up, Yellowstone Season 5 has announced November 13th will be the release date for the first episode of that. So if you subscribe to whatever, I don't even know. I know it streams on Paramount Plus, but aside from that, I can't remember where it goes to begin with. So that's what we've got there. Riverdale has announced that Season 7 will officially be its final season. So if you are a Riverdale fan, then I'm sad for you because your series is ending. Next, we have Stranger Things. This is not exactly news because we kind of already knew this. This is just fleshing out some details for bits of things that we already knew. So those bits of things are the release schedule. We know that it's going to be released in 2 separate waves. We have the first wave is coming at the end of this week, this Friday, the 27th, I believe. I just lost my notes. Yeah, May 27th. So this Friday is when we're going to be getting the first half of the series, or of the season, and then June 1st is when we're going to be getting the second half. Well, it's not half and half. They just made it known that what we're actually going to get of the 9 episodes that are going to happen in this season, we're going to be getting 7 of them this week. The first 7 episodes are all dropping this week. And then the final 2 episodes are going to be coming June 1st. We do know that all of these episode lengths are going to be significantly longer than before, so we're looking at, I would imagine it's going to be dramatically longer for the final 2 episodes, so probably hour and a half plus for the final 2 episodes, and for the first 7 episodes, I would say we're probably looking at more along the lines of an hour plus to an hour and a half. I did not see if the individual episode times had been released yet. If they are, I apologize because by the time we come back around to this, they'll already be out. So if there is something to follow up on besides this after the first 7 episodes drop this Friday, then we will come back to this next week. That being said, that is all of the follow-ups that we have. So let's get into trailers because oh, buddy, we've got some trailers. First up, we're talking the SheHulk trailer. What was that? I don't know how this happens because the Thor trailer that came out, which we'll talk about in the movies section, has me almost okay with watching that movie because for a long time I wasn't going to. And now it's like, yeah, I might watch that one. But I was kind of excited about SheHulk, and this totally squashed the excitement for SheHulk. I don't care. The only thing I'm going to care about in this series, and the only thing that's very likely going to play a bigger role in the MCU, aside from the fact that She-Hulk now exists, and she is Bruce Banner's cousin, so we have Professor Hulk in this, is the other characters that are very potentially going to be showing up in this, namely Charlie Cox and the Abomination, and potentially the Red Hulk, like we heard about in rumors a few months back. Aside from that, I don't think that She-Hulk in this series is going to do much for anyone aside from fill some space. And that kind of sucks. Next, we got our first trailer for Only Murders in the Building Season 2. The release date is June 28th. Martin Short, Steve Martin. Oh my God, if you didn't watch this first season, then what the hell? That's almost our suggestion for this. It's not, but go watch it either way. Yeah, so Season 2 trailer, watch it, greatness. This one does what it's supposed to and sets up something that you should be excited for. Next, our next trailer is Umbrella Academy Season 3, June 22nd, also coming to Netflix. This one kind of splits the difference. Like, I'm definitely a little bit more intrigued than I was before I watched this trailer, but there's definitely some questions I have about why I should care about certain things that happen in this trailer, or certain things that are implied, I guess, by this trailer. Either way, the first 2 seasons were great, so there's no reason to expect that the 3rd season won't be. It just seems that this one's going to be not as great, judging by a couple of things in this trailer, but regardless, still a solid trailer. Next, we have the Orville dropping us another trailer for Season 3, and they just keep drawing that line in the sand. This was a watershed moment. Now that we're on Hulu, things are going to be different, and that is the subtext in this, and I think that is a great subtext. I think that is doing a lot to hype up this series. Orville is one of my favorite Star Trek series of all time. The Series 3 comes out June 2nd, once again on Hulu. And then our final trailer is one that we're going to have to take a brief moment. So let me lubricate real quick. Okay, so Winchesters have finally dropped a trailer for Season 1, narrated by, as you guessed it, Sam Winchester from the Supernatural series, as he is going to be our narrator through the Winchesters series. So, John and Mary are going to be, let's get the hard facts out of the way. We don't have the exact release date for this series just yet, but we do know it is going to be this fall, I believe. Yes, this fall. It is going to be John and Mary. We're going to be introduced to the new characters. Here is the issues with this. Now that we have seen what this series is going to feel like, and the direction they're going to be taking things, they're screwing it up already, and episode 1 hasn't even aired yet. We have John and Mary are teaming up to fight demons, or saving people and hunting things, as they like to say in their introductions. And it is said in the series with no uncertain terms that John Winchester did not know that Mary Winchester was a hunter until after her passing. Also, part of the reason him becoming a hunter was such a thing was because he was having troubles dealing with her. Also, they did not like each other to start for quite some time, it would seem, if I'm remembering the vocabulary correctly. They did not like each other until Cupid made them fall in love with each other. This was laid out very explicitly in an episode where we met Cupid and things happened. So, there is a lot in this trailer. It's like, yo, Jensen, like, you were a part of this series for 15 years. You would think that you could, maybe hire somebody to go through something with you and make sure your continuity matches, because you got this one wrong, boss. Like, wrong. So, I don't know, any goodwill that I was harboring for this series kind of just got squashed by this first trailer. Which is kind of good, because now I don't have to waste my time watching it. I don't know. I'm definitely handing this one off to the nerds. What do you guys think? What is there redemption here? Is there a way that this can be salvaged? Is there, I don't know. What do you think about the trailer? What do you think about this potential series? Is it going to go past Season 1? Because I really don't think they're going to make it past Season 1. Either way, that is what we have for trailers and TV streaming. So let's get into the news. And we have some Scooby-Doo to talk about. Technically, the first half of this Scooby-Doo piece is a follow-up, so it could have gone in follow-ups, but there's 2 pieces here. So the first half, we're talking about Mindy Kaling's Velma Dinkley series is officially going to series. HBO Max has officially ordered that. And that one kind of is what it is. I don't know how well that one's going to do, but they did just announce that there is a second new Scooby-Doo series going to HBO Max, and this one is a little bit different. This is going to be Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Pups. It's going to be a CGI animated series for preschool audiences on the new Cartoonito section that is going to be launching in 2024. It's going to feature Scooby and Shaggy as camp counselors at a sleepaway camp, and then there's going to be a group of puppies that is going to take the place of the Mystery Incorporated, the Mystery Crew. This sounds really interesting. Because it is going to be written for preschoolers, it's not going to be super engaging for anybody over that age, so that kind of sucks, but I think it's a great introduction into this world for kids, and if I had kids, I would probably be totally down for them to watch this one. I'm not so sure about the Mindy Kaling one. Anyway, that is what we have for Scooby-Doo. So now let's talk about Adult Swim. We have 2 new animes that have been announced for Adult Swim. The first one is one kind of not really surprising, though unexpected would be a valid term, and that is Rick and Morty anime. Really? This is going to be a standalone anime series that's kind of in line with that episode that we got a couple season ago, something like that. The quote is, the multiverse-straddling exploits of Rick and the gang pose challenges to the family bond, but they are always rise to the occasion. Director Takashi Sano explains. As such, a life-affirming site, and Jerry is no exception. It's kind of a disjointed quote, and I apologize, but yeah, it's going to be a legit anime, and it's going to stand separate from Rick and Morty in the multiverse of the Rick and Mortys. So that's super interesting. And then the one that kind of has me a bit more excited is Ninja Kamui, I believe is how that is pronounced, follows a Joe Heigen, who is the Nukenin, former ninja who escaped his clan and is hiding from his violent past in rural America with his family. This has shades of Mortal Kombat, and you'll see that as we get further into this synopsis for the series, or teaser for the series. One night, he is ambushed by a team of assassins from his former organization who exact a bloody retribution on Joe and his family for betraying their ancient code. Rising from his seeming, quote, death, Joe will reemerge as his former self, Ninja Kamui, to avenge his family and friends. Kamui is a 21st century ninja, a shadowy anachronism who pits his ancient skills against high-tech weaponry and brutal finesse. He must face off against trained assassins, combat cyborgs, and rival ninjas to bring down the very clan that made him. It's going to be directed by Sung-Hoo Park, and yes, that sounds very much like Scorpion from the Mortal Kombat, which would explain why I'm kind of super excited for this one to launch. I did not see the official launch dates for either of these, so these are going to be follow-ups in a future episode, but yeah, super stoked on some new anime, not gonna lie. And that is all of the news for TV streaming. Let's get into suggestions for the TV streaming section. We have Kids in the Hall is on Amazon Prime. Go watch it. You will laugh your ass off. Just know that the new episodes are Prime exclusive episodes, which means they have a bit more of a budget than the old episodes, and they get away with a lot more on the crude side of comedy. So if you're okay with seeing man junk, then this is definitely the comedy for you, because yeah, these guys rock. All right.
Once again, this has been just a brief segment from the larger episode that has been posted over on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. Go over there for the long form content, or just subscribe here if you want it in bite-sized chunks. Thank you very much for joining me, nerds. We'll see you in the next one. Before we go though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.